And welcome to the Pro League Hype Show with me, your host, Giles Thomas, here at the On the Rise Media Studio. And we're joined for the second year in a row, the Indy Show Hype with Dave Bowers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dave, we got to stop meeting like this, mate.
Hey, I got to get you over here to Indianapolis soon, hopefully. I'd like to show you what we got going on here.
Do you know what, Dave? I mean, last year I watched the live stream. It was absolutely fantastic. The quality of the show, the quality of the athletes. I mean, I know we can't talk about individual athletes because it's kind of not fair to the others, but you must be so excited with the amount of entries and the kind of names that are coming in to do your show this year.
So let me be honest with you. So I get up every morning, right, and I talk quite a bit back and forth with all these athletes. So I kind of get a little bit of the inside. So as I told you last year, man, the passion for me doing this is just next to none. But I get so excited doing this. I'm 3 weeks out. I can barely sleep. I can barely eat. I'm going to lose 15 pounds of muscle just due to all that. I'd call it anxiety, but excitement too at the same time. But no, I mean, this is fantastic. This is probably the biggest show that I see this far out coming in amount of numbers for the athletes and quality of the athletes. So this would be our 4th year at the Indy Pro. And we're shaping up to be the best one so far.
And some of the big news that came in a few weeks ago was the addition of female bodybuilding. Do you want to tell us how that came around?
Yes, sir. So I was very excited about adding another division. I mean, the goal for this show is to be a full-fledged, all-open pro IFBB event. So my goal was every year to try to add a division in. To be completely honest, it was between classic and female bodybuilding. Noodled over that for about 6 or 7 months. Talked with some folks, and I think ultimately at the end of it, we said, let's pull the trigger on female bodybuilding. Doesn't have a ton of events out there, so I think it's supporting that is tremendous, especially for that division. But we'll see if the fans like it. We're going to put on a good event. I think right now we've got 7 female bodybuilders signed up.
Good.
So I hope to see some more as we get closer to the next 3 weeks.
So it came down to classic and female bodybuilding. That's great because classic is absolutely exploding. So that's really good that you kind of took a chance. Not took a chance, but you went for female bodybuilding because obviously they don't have as many events as the classic. That's
very, very true. But you know what? That kind of intrigues me too, right? So you look at the open bodybuilding and 212. I mean, there's only 7 or 8 open bodybuilding, 5 on the 212s in America. And then outside of Wings of Strength, I believe this is the only female bodybuilding event that we have. So no, to me, I like that. I think that kind of draws me in.
Yeah. So can you tell us, I mean, obviously last year, like I said, we watched the live stream in this very room, and it was absolutely incredible. Is there obviously going to be a live stream again this year?
Absolutely. We've got Bob and Isabelle coming back. We just had a little interview on Monday, so we got those 2 superstars back.
Cool.
We're going to do a few different things too. Clearly, every year I've got to get better, right? The athletes get better, so I get better. So same production crew, same commentators. Just going to spice it up a little bit more, get some more excitement going. But no, we're in for a big treat. It's going to be around the world. DaveBowersProductions.com. I dropped the price down to $9.99, right?
Wow.
So $9.99.
Great.
At DaveBowersProductions.com. So please check that out. It's going to be a great event.
I think that was the one good thing. I don't want to go back to it, the pandemic. I don't want to use that word, but that was one of the great things I think that actually got a lot of show promoters to really up their game with, and that was the live stream, because now they're literally at 4K level, like TV level production, multi kind of camera, setups, and you got people doing. I mean, I was with myself and Lauren. We were in Sweden last weekend doing live stream commentary. And we had Branch Warren, we had, so it really is, it really gives a lot for the fans to follow all over the world.
Just to piggyback on what you said, unfortunately with the pandemic, my event, the Indy Pro last year, was the first event coming out of the pandemic here in the U.S., right? So it got a lot of excitement. So it pushed me to do a live stream. So I don't know, if that would have happened, but I had the understanding that this is a worldwide event. The world wants to see it. And we put together a heck of a production. And hopefully the fans loved it enough last year. They're back again this year.
You said the show's been going for 4 years, but can you give us a little bit more history on how you became a promoter? Because obviously you're an ex-bodybuilder. I see the pictures on the back wall. You're ex-military. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how the whole Indy Pro came about?
Oh, absolutely. So I've been in I'd say the sport of bodybuilding since 2003. First started competing in 2005, done pretty good. So just an amateur, and then just for Mr. Indiana was probably the best thing I've done in 2016. But coming into about 2014, 2015, just running into some of the NPC judges around. So they welcomed me in. So I started out as being a judge.
Oh, wow.
I think I was a judge for about a year or so. But I run a logistics business, a warehousing, trucking company. So I'm a big business corporate guy. But I think with that skill set and the skill set of bodybuilding, I was given the opportunity. So I've got 4 amateur shows and a pro show for the NPC and the IFBB. And that's just kind of developed into what we have here in the Indy Pro. So I believe I do a pretty good job, and it just keeps opening up more and more doors. And now Olympia Qualifier right around the corner.
Yep. I saw your pictures as well. You were really good.
I appreciate it. I would love to. So I just turned 40, and I would absolutely love to get back up there.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm probably going to eat 2 times today, just because work and, it's a Friday. We got all this stuff going on. So I do get my lifts in. My concern, it's hard for me to get the food in. So it's hard for me to get bigger and maintain a super heavyweight bodybuilding physique.
Yeah, I suppose trying to juggle the two, it's quite difficult, isn't it? Really, if you want to do them both to the absolute level that you want to do them to, it's hard to do both.
One of these days, I'll get up there. There's no doubt about it, but it's probably not going to be for a while.
Now, the venue last year looked spectacular. Is it the same venue?
Same venue, just a different hall, 56,000 square feet. But yeah, so when the athletes come in and then when the spectators come in, it's a skywalk away to the Westin Hotel, which is where our check-ins will be. I mean, the logistics of this is just absolutely phenomenal, and it's just huge for our city as well. So it's same place.
Awesome. So it's just the pro event, isn't there? There's no amateur event attached to this.
Yeah, there is an amateur event attached to it. So, the first 2 to 3 hours is the pros, and then we'll do a stage change and roll into the NPC, and we do the same thing for the evening. So for the amateurs, the NPC folks that are watching, you will, once you plug in to the IFBB portion, if you like the amateurs, we will run into that on the live stream. So you will be able to see both of them for $9.99. But the commentating piece will all be for the IFBB Olympia qualifying event. And then, like I said, we'll roll over to the NPC.
Awesome. And what about like an expo or trade stands and sponsors? Can you tell us about that?
Say that one more time.
Expo, sponsors, trade stands, any details?
Oh, absolutely. The muscle realm has been very pivotal in helping us bring in female bodybuilding. So I'd love to give them a shout out. And then Fogo de Chao. I don't know if you guys have a Fogo de Chao over the pond there, but they've been a 6-year sponsor. They give a ton of money out to the athletes via gift cards to Fogo. They've helped supported me for a while. So and then my EGA Logistics, which is my logistics company, pretty much funds this whole thing.
Okay. And I spoke to a certain J.M. Manion last night, and he said he's going to be there covering it for NPC News Online.
It's the 3rd or 4th year he's coming in. J.M. Manion and the whole NPC News Online crew, will be here, the best of the best, right? So it's the best in the U.S., right? So you got to have JM there capturing it all for the world. So we're blessed to have him. I'm blessed that he always opens his schedule up to come back for this event. But no, man, I can't wait for JM to make it back.
Awesome. Last year you seemed more nervous. This year you seem more excited.
Coming out of that COVID last year, and that first time pay-per-view too. For a guy like me that doesn't really understand the ins and outs, I was a little timid, right? But now that I proved myself there, I feel a lot better this year, and that's why we're putting more horsepower behind it to make it a better event.
So where can people go to find the live stream, to get details? I mean, we'll bring all the Instagram handles up, but can you give us any further details?
No, absolutely. DaveBowersProductions.com absolutely has everything you need about this event and the NPC event. So once you click on that, and we're doing some maintenance right now. So over the next 24, 48 hours, the live stream will be up there. Outside of that, it's just that simple. Gives you all the information and ticket purchases right online, DaveBowersProductions.com.
So at time of filming, we're 3 weeks out.
3 weeks in a day. Yeah, so 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks in a day. I need the extra day.
You could probably say it to the minute. So 37 minutes, 27 seconds. So what final message would you like to give to the fans, the spectators, the amateurs, the pros that are coming to do the 4th Indy Pro?
Oh, man, that's a tough one to summarize all into the same thing. I've got Charles Griffin coming back. I hope people have seen that.
Yep.
Brian Balzano got 4th last year. That gentleman looks fantastic. His conditioning's always spot on. Another one I like the people to keep an eye on is that Dorian Haywood, right? This would be his 4th Indy Pro, right? He broke top 5 last year.
He did. His first top 5 ever at your show.
First top 5, yeah. And this would be his 4th year here. So I'm super excited about him. My champ, right? Justin Rodriguez, right? He's back in it to defend his title. So I'm excited about him. And then, blessings, right? So I was walking through the Arnold Expo. Blessings grabbed me up. I didn't even know that he was coming to the event, right? Or doing the event. Actually, MD Ron Harris broke it to me, and then like 5 minutes later, Blessings grabbed me up, right? So Blessings and his crew is going to be there. I mean, it's going to be a star-studded event. So the proof's in the pudding.
And watch out for that big European Peter Clancy. He is absolutely incredible. He hasn't competed. The last time I saw him compete was the 2017 Arnold Europe. And he was, I think, 6th or 7th, but the top 5 was Rami, Bonac, Sean Roden, Rulli, Nathan Diasha. So there's no shame not placing in that top 5. So I think overall in all the lineups, I think you're going to have a really, really good lineups. And I think it's going to be, your show's just going to go from strength to strength, Dave.
And I always appreciate your guys' support and bringing me on to talk to you and your fans. I'm just blessed to be here to do this. I'm blessed to put on a good event for the world, and we're going to keep doing it.
Dave Bowers, thank you so much for coming on the Pro League Hype Show for NPC News Online, and all the best with your event.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys very much.